should have known things were going to spiral the moment Zarn brought home that book titled Understanding Human Mating Rituals, a guide for interstellar species. He had been on Earth for 6 months and was already blending in surprisingly well. Better than me, honestly. I've had trouble making friends since moving to Seattle, and when a university housing glitch paired me with a literal alien exchange student, I thought it was some kind of prank. But Zarn was real. 7 feet tall, bluish skin that shimmered under sunlight, and 4 eyes that blinked independently. He was from Elter 9, a peaceful planet known for its scholars and abnormally high caffeine tolerance. We'd gotten along fine until that day. I, Taylor Monroe, a quiet psychology grad student who could barely talk to my own crush in the library, had managed 6 months of peaceful coexistence with a sentient being from another star system. Then came the book. It started innocently enough. I walked into the apartment, balancing a pizza box and 2 Red Bulls, and there he was, Zarn, hunched over the book like a gossiping teenager, all 4 eyes wide. "Taylor," he said, not looking up. "This publication says that in human culture, physical proximity and pheromonal exchange lead to romantic engagement. Is this accurate?" I blinked, stepping around him to put the pizza on the table. Yeah, sometimes. I guess." He turned all 4 eyes to me. "You're vague. Fascinating. Why are you reading that, anyway?" "I seek to deepen my understanding of Earth cultures. I have completed my studies on your history, government systems, and digestive tract diversity. I now wish to study intimacy." I nearly choked on my soda. "Listen, man, you don't have to learn everything. Some stuff's better left unexplored." Zarn tilted his head. "That sounds like a challenge." The real trouble started a few days later. I came home to find Zarn wearing my clothes badly. My hoodie barely fit over his shoulders, and my jeans were ripped at the thighs. But the weirdest part, he'd drawn eyebrows on his face with a marker. Big, angry-looking ones. "Taylor," he said with robotic formality, "I have observed that confident humans exhibit this look. You're going on a date, aren't you?" "Yes. With that barista from the cafe near the science building. Her name is Luna. She complimented my voice modulation last week. I believe that was a mating signal." "It really wasn't," I said, already massaging my forehead. "I will report back with data." His date went well by Zarn's standards. He returned home at 11 p.m., covered in glitter and with a band-aid over one of his 4 nostrils. "I believe she is not ready for long-term neural synchronization," he reported. "But she did request that I text her sometime. I am uncertain whether that was a sincere suggestion or a social appeasement tactic." "Dude," I muttered. "You're analyzing flirting like a lab experiment." He brightened, literally. His skin pulses with bioluminescence when excited. "Exactly." Over the next 2 weeks, Zarn turned into a one-man research institute on human dating. He interviewed my classmates, watched The Bachelor with disturbing enthusiasm, and even joined a Tinder support group. One morning I woke up to find my bedroom covered in heart-shaped sticky notes, each containing what he called sample romantic statements. Examples included, "Your hormonal symmetry is pleasing to my olfactory receptors. May I share oxytocin with you in a socially acceptable format? Your DNA arrangement is above average." The final straw came when he created a practice date simulator in our living room. I walked in, and he was sitting at a candlelit table across from a mannequin dressed in my old hoodie. Jazz music played softly in the background. He looked up as I stared, slack-jawed. "Taylor." "Jamie." "I require feedback." "I need a drink," I muttered. Everything might have stayed in the realm of awkward but harmless if it hadn't been for my roommate's newest idea. A documentary. Zarn decided to document human intimacy in real time. Not in a creepy way at first. He started by filming couples at the park from a respectful distance, narrating their interactions like a nature documentary. "Observe the male," he whispered into the mic. He gently places his arm around the female. This appears to signal both protection and possession. She leans in, a reciprocal motion. Their shared eye contact indicates a heightened emotional resonance. It was funny until it wasn't. One day, he filmed a classmate making out with her boyfriend behind the library. She saw the video on his student research blog. She was not amused. The university suspended Zarn's blog privileges, and suddenly, all of campus knew him as the intimacy alien. I told him to lie low. He didn't. That weekend, he hosted a romantic experience seminar in our apartment. He invited 15 people, most of them strangers he met in group chats. There were themed snacks, heart-shaped chairs, and a presentation titled, "From Pheromones to Pillow Talk, A Journey Through Human Pair Bonding." The guests left confused. One couple argued on the sidewalk for 10 minutes. I confronted Zarn as he cleaned up leftover strawberries. "This is getting out of hand." "I disagree. I am close to a breakthrough." "A breakthrough in what?" "Making everyone around you deeply uncomfortable." His shoulders slumped. An odd thing to see on a 7-foot-tall alien. "I apologize. I only wish to understand. My people are deeply connected. We bond psychically. We do not date. We do not woo. We merge. It is simple and safe. But Earth is full of mystery. Your methods of intimacy are chaotic, but captivating." Sighed, sitting down. "Zarn, intimacy isn't a formula. It's messy, sometimes irrational, sometimes stupid. You can't chart it on a graph." He nodded slowly. "Perhaps that is the appeal." Then came Luna. Again. She showed up at our door the next day. "I've been thinking," she said, brushing blue glitter off her hoodie. "You're weird, but like, weird in a fascinating way. Want to grab coffee?" Zarn blinked all 4 eyes. "Affirmative." He grinned. "Try saying, 'I'd love to.'" Zarn repeated it slowly, like tasting a new flavor. "I'd love to." They left together, and I sat there stunned. For the next month, they became inseparable. They didn't date in the traditional sense. They dissected romantic comedies, cooked alien-infused pasta, and created a webcomic about a time-traveling couple who kept breaking up in different eras. I watched it all unfold with a weird mix of awe and terror. Because Zarn wasn't just curious anymore. He was feeling something. Came to a head one night. He burst into my room, eyes glowing with panic. "Taylor, Luna invited me to her parents' house. She said they want to meet the guy she's seeing." "Am I a guy?" "I'm not even bipedal when relaxed." I set my book down. "Do you like her?" Yes, but I fear this emotion is irrational. When she laughs, my chest vibrates strangely. When she touches my hand, my neural pathways shimmer. Am I defective?" "No," I said quietly. "You're human." "Well, you know what I mean." He nodded slowly, then left to call Luna. The dinner went better than expected. Luna's parents were sci-fi nerds who took one look at Zarn and asked for autographs. Her dad even challenged him to a game of interstellar chess, which Zarn lost on purpose. I found that out later. "He deserved a win," Zarn explained. His posture indicated deep insecurity.